Why don't you finish me off? If you don't get rid of me, then you cannot get what you want. It's alright, Dad. I understand. You are not Groff. You are my father. You and Groff are one. Your will and purpose never change. I knew that once we fought, but let's stop now. Our objectives should be the same. It is the same as our becoming one. We don't have to fight. Ah, what? My body. Zohar is after you, the last piece to combine with Deus' system. It seeks to unify with you, the first to have been divided from it. What? This is what Lacan wanted all along. After all, I'm an imperfect existence. It was inevitable that it would come to this, considering what had happened in the past. Lacan's imperfect secondary contact with the wave existence split his personality into two. Eventually his body died, but the original Lacan transmigrated. Bringing the destiny of becoming a contact with him, he was reborn as your present body. The remaining persona, just as desires, lived on separately by possessing the bodies of others. There's our answer. So, Lacan was also split into two. The will of God followed him through Groff, and his own personal desires turned into Faye 500 years later. That is Groff. That is me. I may have inherited... Oh, wait. Although, yes, you're right. Well, yeah, because God's... Yes, because Faye has God's power. But Lacan's will was so strong that he lived on as the spirit that inhabits other bodies. Yeah. Yes. Got it. You're right. I may have inherited Lacan's will, but I'm not the same as the contact Lacan. It is impossible for me to make real contact. There would be no true melding and release. Even though our bodies may be different, I am still half of you. That fact remains. Although I'm imperfect, I can merge temporarily with Zohar, and thus may be able to buy you some time. No, isn't Faye... No, Faye's God's power is what the existence said. Faye is the power, Ellie is the will, and Deus is the energy. Part of the cycle, yes. But yeah, he's the power. Although I'm imperfect, I can merge temporarily with Zohar and thus may be able to buy you some time. This is the only way I can be one with you. This is all I can do. Deus' system will start to look for you again. Before then, you have to destroy the newly perfected Deus in this Zohar modifier. You're the only one that can destroy the physical barrier that encases God's body. Dad! As you said, that was Karen. Through many generations, Miang is beginning to break free from her bounds. Now that Elheim has merged with Deus, she has all of her memories back. All the memories from her original birth as the contact's complement up to her current transmigration. That includes all of the lives she has lived as Miang and her substitutes over the centuries. And of course, that includes your mother's memories too. Mother's memories? Faye, cut away all the binds on mankind. You should be able to do that now. Save her and all the other women bound with her. I'm begging you, Faye. Now both Faye's mom and Faye's dad have given themselves up for him. What's this? This pendant. Is this Sophia's? Or my mother's? It's nothing. I'm just talking to myself. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused everyone. Thank you all so much. Anyway, let's get going. There is little time left now. For me. And for our planet. The other characters are like, okay, okay, whatever. We don't know what's going on. What is this place? This is where it all started. This is our genesis. We, no, humans were born here. Long ago, Deus crash-landed on this planet in an interplanetary colony ship. In order to revive itself someday, Deus detached the Zohar modifier's core. After this core unit came down here, a single woman awoke and arose from out of it. She's the mother of all humanity. After she awoke, she used all her power to bear several beings. These would become the ancestors of the whole of humanity. These were the Emperor and the Gazelle Ministry. Finally, she gave birth to replicas of herself to be humanity's caretakers. Two selves, the human mother and the weapon. The subject and the complement. That is Ellie and Miang. I, the sole survivor from the colony ship, met Ellie and everything started from there. So wait. Hold up. Miang created Ellie? I thought that the existence created Ellie. Oh. But right. No, I get that. Why did what I was missing was that I didn't realize that the existence created Miang. I thought that Miang was part of the alien creation. I thought she was part of Deus. She was created to take care of Deus, but she wasn't created by Deus? Okay, I'm confused, because you guys are saying that Deus created Miang, but you're also saying that the existence created Miang. That's where I'm lost here. When the existence created Ellie, it had to go through Deus to do so, so Deus created the Miang side. So Deus created Miang. That's where I was confused, because you guys were saying that the existence created Miang. So Deus hits the planet, right? And then it creates Miang to take care of it until it's time for it to be revived, right? The existence is pulled from the higher being to become the energy source for Deus. But the existence doesn't want to be the energy source for Deus, so it splits its power and will into Faye and Ellie. But what I don't understand is Faye said that he met Ellie on the ship. that what I just read? That he met her on the ship? On the crash of the ship. Well, yeah, not really Faye, Lacan. But or even like Abel, really, would be the more accurate. But wait a second. So was Lacan not I feel like this is going to be explained in like a couple minutes, so maybe I shouldn't look that far into it. But like, was Abel on the ship? I feel like this is wrong. Was Abel on the ship and it crashed, and then the existence turned Abel into Lacan? Is that what happened? Yeah, he was the only survivor from the crash, but Faye said that, so Lacan was just another version of Abel once Abel died. Right, he was just another reincarnation. No, he was not the captain. He was the sole survivor. The sole survivor of the crash. He became the life, like, I don't know, like, he became the line of the existence's power, and then from that came Lacan and Faye. Right. Yes, yeah. He's just another, but he became the generation. He became the, yeah. So that's why Faye said he was the lone survivor. But, like, when did he meet Ellie? Was that that must have been that scene when Ellie and Abel, when Elheim and Abel were running, and the Emperor, what seemed like the Emperor or something, like, came out and killed her. So that was like the very moment they must have met, and then Miang created humanity. And they immediately screwed it up. Like, the humans that she made, the Emperor and the Gazelle Ministry, immediately killed Elheim. For some reason that we probably don't know yet. They probably thought, like, they were probably trying to suppress the will of the existence. Maybe they didn't know who Abel was yet. Or maybe they did and they just missed him. The land of Genesis, Katamani. This is that place. Yeah, but Faye, even with your shared fate with Deus, why do you have such ancient memories? Usually, human memories cannot be passed down through the generations. Humans do not normally have the ability to compress and store memories in their introns. What is he yapping about? But Ellie and I and Miang are different. Well, yeah, you're not human. I mean, you kind of are, but kind of aren't. Due to our connection with the wave existence, That is, due to Zohar's ability to change possible phenomena, we can clearly store data in our introns. In other words, we can leave behind memories to be inherited by our descendants. Just as the wave existence is bound inside of Zohar, the information is affixed to me, so to speak, by some of the power of the wave existence. How's it going, Zero? Yeah, I know. Yeah, the intro is like nuts now, looking at it now. Then this is the form from when Ellie and Miang were still one being. This is the first woman of our world. Our mother. It's Genova. The Miang cutscene was at like 59 hours. So yeah, that was like the moment we knew what the intro meant, or at least most of it. At least the end of the intro. So if we destroy that Zohar thing, everything will be over, right? Yes. The source of our ether powers and the source of power for our generators that make our gears work, it all comes from the Zohar modifier engine, which can control any potential phenomena. If we destroy it, Deus and the Seraph Angels will all be deactivated. And then we should also be able to free Ellie, who has become bound to the Deus weapon system as Miang. Right, Faye? Yeah, that's what the wave existence said. He didn't really say that, though. Like he asked, can we save Ellie? And he kind of just said, like, so Ellie is part of Miang, and if you defeat Miang, then all the... What is that look that Satan's giving me right now? Like, he didn't come out and say that if we defeat the Zohar engine, Ellie will be freed. He just kind of said, like, everything will turn out the way we want it. Or at least he will. Like, the existence will get what he wants. But he didn't really say that, like, we would survive, or Ellie would survive, or Ellie would be split from Miang and she would survive, but Miang wouldn't. Like, he didn't say any of that. He just said, like, yeah, I'll be able to go back to being God. But then there is a downside. It will also mean that we will no longer be able to use our gears or our ether powers anymore. Wait. Well, how is that a downside, Satan? What are those Seraph Angels all about anyway? That odd appearance as if they lacked something, as if they were neither living beings nor mere weapons. Zohar senses the human consciousness and incarnates the Seraphs. Human consciousness? Zohar itself involves the principle of uncertainty. The observer's perception of Zohar determines the entity it actually becomes. In other words, I believe that those angels are incarnations of the spirits of people. The people who have been absorbed by Deus to become parts of it. Yo, sub, Singular Raid, man. So what merit is there for them to gain in eliminating all of civilization? Is it some kind of hatred for those humans who have survived? Of course not. Those people who were created and assimilated as parts of Deus would have not have such intentions. Try to remember what Ellie, when she became Yang, said. The creations of God will someday be a hindrance. That is why they must be eliminated. Yes, that is why Merkaba is being used to begin the destruction. But Deus is not following its programming of exterminating all of civilization. The Seraphs, which are terminal interface weapons of Deus, are using their bodies composed of nanomachines to absorb massive numbers of people regardless of whether or not they are dead or alive. It's not discriminating between the mutant and non-mutant people. This is highly peculiar. The fact that the people who are meant to be destroyed are being taken in as well, that is the absolute opposite of what it was supposed to be doing. Maybe there aren't enough parts. That is unlikely. Aside from these bodies that were destined to be parts for it, Deus, who has already acquired the abilities of the nanomachines, can just about use any material. I love how at this point, it should just be like Alright, we finally figured everything out, let's go take out the bad guy, and yet they're still throwing in this twist of like, but why isn't he just destroying everything now? Like, there's always gotta be a twist. To construct its body, it is obvious it has other intentions in mind. Those intentions, Krelian is called Deus the Mother. If God is the mother, then those motives are coming from the Great Mother, impeding the growth of its child, enveloping it to bring the child back to the womb to become one with it. That is its motive. Such a program does not exist within its design, though. It was probably given this unique will by someone, either from Ellie, who has merged with the Deus, or... Either way, it doesn't change the fact that we have to fight. Regardless of what their intentions are, the problem is how we're supposed to deal with them. You think we can do it in our current state? This secret battleship, Excalibur, will also take part in the final battle. Additionally, the military potential of all the surface forces will assemble here. Even if we can put together a massive force, we still have the problem with the main armament of the Merkava. We need to know how to take that out. As long as we don't do that, Merkava's ultra long-range cannon has the ability to vaporize any substance. That's unfortunate. On top of that, they have a barrier around their perimeter that nullifies all attacks. We've fought against the Merkava many times to try to stop its onslaught. However, we cannot even get close, hence we have had to withdraw every time. Dang it, no matter how much we want to save Ellie, if we can't get inside the Merkava, it's meaningless. To add to that, there is the problem with those Seraphs. They function as the terminal interface weapons for close defense. I can easily say that their attack power is equivalent to the Omnigear class. Thanks for the update. They even have the regenerative ability due to the nanomachines. Don't be concerned about that. Tora's here, by the way. I was able to obtain some data from Xenogears. You see, Xenogears have mutagenically evolved due to its contact with Zohar. Using that data, all of your new gears ought to be completed soon. Additionally, all the other weapons and armaments are being modified to implement the disassembler device. Disassembler device? In contrast to the nano-assemblers, which create matter to repair with, the disassemblers have the ability to dismantle or destroy matter. They can even deactivate the nanomachines, restoring ability by disengaging their repair programs. This should be sufficiently effective even against the Deus Seraphs. Alright, even if we can deal with the angels, just how are we going to deal with that Merkava? We can't even get close to that thing. There is no such thing as a perfect defense. There is a way. Look over here. Merkava's main gun requires a 1.2 second interval to reload because of its tremendous output. A second? That's not that long. Upon firing, although it is only sectional, there will be a portion of the barrier that will be open. There is a 1.87 second delay before the barrier reforms in that area. If we can use this window of time to target and destroy that cannon, it will be possible to close in on it. If we can get close enough, we can break through with gravitational spatial correction. Well, this is the rough idea. Unfortunately, we don't have such a long-range cannon. That could acquire a target in such a brief time frame. So what you're saying is we just need to shut that annoying cannon up, right? Is this Bart's moment? Is he going to use the Bart missiles? You want to go head-on into Merkava? Now you're being reckless again. That's suicide. No, listen. We're not going to just rush in. The Yggdrasil 4 and this Excalibur are also equipped with barriers. That's what we'll use. Although only for a short time, we can withstand a direct hit from Merkava's main cannon. Are you sure? He just said it deletes all matter from existence. Then we can close in and watch for that part of the barrier to go down and then destroy the cannon. How long will our barrier last? About 20 or so seconds. That's all? It wouldn't matter how fast we fly. In that amount of time, we'll be without a barrier before we can get within firing range. And those numbers are valid only if the generator is at full drive, right? You can only get those numbers if we sacrifice all other output and propulsion. Man, they all just understand everything there is to understand. They know exactly how long the barriers are going to last. They know exactly, they have to, like, we're all just like super geniuses. Then again, we have been flying around in mechs this whole time. I'm not suggesting that we go in guns blazing knowing we're going to lose. We're going to physically put a lid on it directly. Also, is it fair to say that Faye is like super smart now? Because he's combined with, well, he didn't combine with Lacan though, but he combined with himself. So does he now have the ability to have all his memories from forever? Because Lacan did, but I don't know if Faye does. I guess he did say that when we got there. He was like, Niang, Ellie, and me all can store our memories. So in which case, yeah, he has like thousands of years of science in his head. So Faye's probably a genius now. As you've said, the Yggdrasil 4 or Excalibur's barrier can't sufficiently defend against Merkava's attack. At least with one generator, that is. Meaning? Meaning we can defend against the Merkava with twice the amount of time. 40 seconds if we couple the two generators together. This way we can make it into the heart of Merkava. Then, what about propulsion? We all push it. Just hear me out. This is what we do. First, we transform my Yggdrasil into heavy assault mode and load it onto the Excalibur so we can couple the generators. What is this? Tony Hawk Pro Skater mech riding the battleship. By doing that, we can reduce the energy usage down to just supporting the hull of the ship and generating the barrier. This will allow most of the energy to be devoted to generating the barrier. Next, shift the barrier to full front and focus it to a single point where their main cannon will make it strike. Now for movement. First off, we develop a barrier by engaging Excalibur's generator to maximum power. For propulsion during that time, we'll install on the Yggdrasil those large solid rockets we got from the ruins of the mass driver. This is the most insane plan. This is the most, like, MacGyvered, crazy plan. This is so Bart. I love it. This is so Bart. Yeah, just strap the rockets on there. It'll work. When Excalibur's barrier expires, we'll use the Yggdrasil 4's generator to develop a barrier. Then we'll also detach the solid rockets and shift the Excalibur into conventional flight. Wait, that's genius. Using this method, we can get right in Merkava's face. After it fires, it'll be defenseless. During this time, we'll block the muzzle of Merkava's canyon with Excalibur's bow ram. Upon which, we should have 0.67 seconds. With the cannon fire, the Excalibur will destroy the Yggdrasil 4's slave generator and incapacitate the Merkava along the way, and then we break through. That's what the plan is all about. The combination of the barriers of both ships, storming the Merkava, the timing of the cannon fire of the Excalibur, these are all going to be crucial. Mess up any one of these and the consequences are going to be severe. Hence, it'll be necessary to have both crews in sync with each other. That's why I'd like to place Sig in command of the Excalibur. I have no qualms with that. What do you think, Queen? Will you lend us your battleship? Since there appears to be no other alternative, let us go with that. Please use it as you see fit. But are we not cutting it uncomfortably close? When you calculate the arrival time and the barrier generation time, you will see what I mean. One minor mishap will put us in a situation where we could run out of the barrier power before our arrival. Yeah, that's why it's a Bart plan. Also, we will be devoting both generators to keeping the barriers up. Won't that leave us without perimeter defenses? We won't stand a chance if we get engaged by the Seraph Angels on our way to Merkava. We'll hold them off. You can count on us. You guys just concentrate on taking out that main cannon. Thanks, we're depending on you. Alright, already, everywhere else has been taken out. This is the only place that's left. This is going to be the true final battle. Really an S-tier plan. We set out to silence God's Ark, Merkava, which was the epitome of offensive and defensive power, and then storm inside it. We initiated the operation to destroy Zohar. Oh my god, look at it. Bro, this game is on a PS1 disc. 2 PS1 discs. It's insane. It's insane how big this game is. This is so incredible. A mech controlling a bigger mech. That can't be. A secondary explosion? Oh no, I should have known better. What a miscalculation. The explosion was too big. It reacted with the main condenser right under the main cannon and induced a secondary explosion. How could I have been so stupid? You mean we overdid it? That's what a BART plan does. Why did I not realize it sooner? This means we might have... Oh no, Ellie! Oh my gosh, Ellie. What is it this time? Hey, Satan, what more is going to happen? Something is happening in the center of Merkava. What could it be? I know we only got the cutscene in like 3-second increments, but this might be the coolest PS1 cutscene I've ever seen. Oh my god, it's Sin. Well, hope we didn't like this planet. Alright, let's sit down in a chair and explain what the heck just happened. At that time, the earth quaked and shook, and from the location where the Merkava crashed, a giant object appeared. It was Deus's final form. The Merkava was merely its vessel. Deus evolved through the use of Krellion's nanomachines into a planetary-scale weapon and began terraforming. Wait, hold up. Pause. Deus evolved through the use of Krellion's nanomachines into a planetary-scale weapon. So, Deus took Krellion's nanomachines to become even stronger? Krellion is still causing us problems after all this? It was attempting to convert this entire planet into a weapon. We retreated back to the base of the snow plains to form a new strategy. We decided to go back into Deus. Time was running out for us. But There was no point in saying. We retreated so we can then go back. Just go. Oh my god, I have control of my characters. Wait. What? Excuse me? This is the first time I could walk around in like 5 hours. Yeah, why do I have a feeling I'm not going to be walking around for very long? What is going on? Ave, Kislev, Nassan, we've been feuding for such a long time, but finally we were coming together as one like this. But it's probably already too late. It's already always the case. By the time we notice anything, it's way too late. How could we possibly stand up to God's army? The situation's really hopeless. So this base is the last refuge for humans, as we can no doubt see we have almost no supplies. Anyway, we're using a fallen piece of Shabbat as the main base, but you probably could have guessed that, huh? If we could take out Deus even one day sooner, we can't hold out much longer than this. Hey, welcome. What can I do for you today? Kind of weird just to have like a regular store. Thor's Thunder! Well, that's incredible. I need one of those. Hey, thanks. Come again. What have I done? Oh my god. I was about to say, am I actually going to hit the world map? Oh my god. The world map is back. Wait. Why is it so massive? Is it bigger than before? I don't remember all those land masses. What in the... Hey, aren't these Pico tiles cute? They're going cheap too. How about it? Want to buy my Pico tiles? Alright, 20,000 for the lot, and no haggling for a discount, so pay up. Forced to pay 20,000. Thanks. They're really delicious if you grill them. Ah! I know nothing. Nothing. The random humor feels so out of place after everything we've been through. Hey, buddy, you need something? Hey, hang on a minute. Wait, so it's literally called Xenogears. Not Xenogear. Xenogears. I mean, there's no shot you have a better... Wait, they actually have a better engine. More output and more fuel. There's Rico's Omnigear, by the way. Or, yeah, Omnigear. Yeah, I like Crescents a lot. Honestly, I kind of like Billy's also. Bari's cool. Fenrir just looks like he has a giant mustache. He looks like Heihachi in Tekken. I want to just buy stuff for these three, because these are the three I want to use, but I don't know what's going to happen when we start. Like... Am I going to be able to use... Also, it's wild that I have, like, just enough money to buy the stuff I want, given I haven't had a chance to, like, make money in 20 hours. Come again and I'll give you a better deal. Yeah, better you than me, haha. Ah, burning, burning, all of my rare first edition books and valuable autographs. I know supplies are short, but I can't believe they are burning my treasures. So many have died. If this continues, even more will die. It's the same as 500 years ago. That tragedy and hardship is being repeated again. What's going to happen to our world? What's going to happen to us? Burn, burn, burn up this whole world. My home, my whole family, everything's been destroyed by them. Who cares anymore? Burn it all up. Ah ha ha ha. Calm down, Grandma. Yo, thank you, Unwrinkled. It's gotten awfully cold. I hate the cold. It's killing me. If the temperature keeps dropping like this, we'll all be frozen before Deus can finish us off. I love how everyone's just complaining. The world's ending, and they're just complaining about the weather, and how cold it is, burning his autographs. Us people of Shabbat have always dreamed of coming down to live on the planet's surface, but we didn't ever imagine this would be how we would realize that dream. This is unbearable. Oh, this is an elevator. Is that why I had to buy the birds? Oh, this is that room in Shabbat with all the choo-choos, I think. Or one of them. This is that strange old Grandpa Choo-Choo's precious treasure. I wonder what happened to him when Shabbat crashed down to Earth. I haven't seen him. His treasure, can we just take it? I'm sure he won't mind if we just borrow it. Hercules Ring. Experience points gained up 50%. Defense down when ally KO'd. So we're super strong unless somebody dies. Interesting. We got Superman's suit. I have better stuff for Faye at this point. Black leather's kinda better. The pours thunder. There's my super suit. Just borrowing it, just borrowing it. Hey, it's not like we're grave robbers or anything, right? So don't hex us or haunt us, okay? Please, we're begging you. What in the world? Half time between turns. What? Dude, what if I give this to Satan? He might actually just get insta turns. That might actually be busted. What's the other thing I got? Something turban. Don't see it anywhere. It might only be equipable by some people. Or I'm just blind. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. I don't know if I can change my party either. Yamato belt. Wizardry ring. I already had one of those. Huh? Looks like a bunch of little kids' toys all lined up. It's pointless to take such things when you don't even know what's going to happen to this world. It's such a weird thing to say. Max HP 25% up. Restore. It's a better version of this. Hey, I've got all kinds of good stuff here. Hey, you need anything? I mean... there is other... Oh, that's where it came from. It's here, then. I think I smell treasure over here. Hey, don't you have a gold nugget? If you give it to me, I'll dig some more here. I'm sure something good will come up. How about it? Alright, got it. Well, I'll try digging around here then. Expect something good. This rock is harder than I thought. It's hard to dig, so you'll have to wait a little bit more. Interesting. Yahoo! We are to be judged. The last day is nigh. You too should be careful. It's all according to prophecy. Just when I thought Prince Bartholomew would return and bring peace to the land of Ave, just goes to show you never know what might happen in this world. Faye, I was scared a little, but not really scared, because I knew that inside of that monster you were doing all you could do to fight it, Faye. I knew it. Well, look who it is. In the prison, when I saw you change into a monster, I understood everything. Living inside of you, Faye, there is a monster that's not you. He's the bad one. He's to blame. So, to forgive you, or not to forgive you, well, that's not the problem. It's not like it's going to turn back things the way they were, but it's just, I don't know how to say it properly, but I'm sorry. It's alright, Dan. Enough already. I understand. It is my fault. I'm sorry I caused you such pain. I'm just glad that I could finally make peace with you. Take care, kiddo. Yeah, it's like such a wild plot point from like 50 hours ago. It's cool that we get closure on that though. They really thought of everything. I mean, I've played games with like a tenth of the plot that this game has, and they still have characters that appear and then never appear again. You know what I mean? Like, I have played games with a tenth of the dialogue and a tenth of the plot points, and they still end up dropping characters because they forget to give them closure or forget to finish their story or just don't have a way to finish their story. Here it's like every single character gets their moment, their beginning, middle, and end. All the loose ends are tied up. Oh, Queen, what do you see with those eyes? That look of sorrow as if you've lost something. But within that, there lies a kindness which would forgive all. What's he looking at? There's nothing here. He's long gone already. But wow, to make a hole this big. Wait there, old man. Why do you say they needed tightened up? Listen, the point of the Let's Play isn't to get every single bit of lore. The point of the Let's Play is to just play the game casually and enjoy it for what it is. If you want every single little bit of lore, then play it yourself, or look it up, or talk about it at the end. But the point isn't to get every single little bit of lore. You should be able to watch my Let's Play and then play it for yourself and get more out of it. It's not a 100% playthrough. It's not a, you know, complete works of Xenogears in a playthrough where I am a genius of the game and can tell you everything by the end of it. It's just a casual playthrough. I have a stupid son, you know. He used to fish for a living, but one day he said he saw a merman city on the sea floor. Since then, he hasn't gone out to sea. He's become a landlubber. We haven't seen him these past few years. I don't know what he's doing now. The Let's Play series has never been a complete, thorough investigation of a game. It's simply a playthrough where we can just enjoy it together. And you can always go deeper if you choose. Same with the combat. I know I've missed a lot with the combat over the course of the game, but that's because this is my first playthrough and I'm just enjoying it. I'm not forcing myself to grind and experience every little bit of the combat. I'm just playing it and enjoying it. The only way I'm going to grind is if I have to, because I can't beat something. I guess I wasn't supposed to have used this. I'm sorry I caused you so much trouble. Your little brother was really mad at me. He asked us whether he had hearts or not. I envy you having a brother with enough guts to be honest. Some people were saying before, if I want to actually understand the story, I should read the complete works. I actually have the complete works. Heroes donated it. I might be reading it after this playthrough. But having said that, I don't feel like I'm missing the story. Sure, there's like details that I'm going to get out, just like any other game, but I don't feel like I've missed the story or anything. Especially now, like, I felt like halfway through the game I was pretty confused as to what was going on, but that was by design. I didn't know at the time if I was confused because small brain, or I was confused because things weren't described. Now, I understand that it was just not told to me yet. They did a pretty good job of explaining everything. There's definitely small details you're going to miss on your first playthrough. That should be the case. That's what makes a good game. But the overarching stuff all makes sense to me. Or at least enough sense to me. What was it? Okay. Be quiet. Sister, please take the children elsewhere. You want the children to stand in the cold hallway? This is the warmest room. Why can't they stay here? We're having a very important meeting. They're disturbing us. Please don't get so upset. I really appreciate that you're trying to protect us. But you know those people are the only ones who can change our fate, don't you? There may be a few things we can do, but I've been a soldier all my life. I can't sit still as long as there are people to protect and enemies to fight. Prepared to protect everyone here. I love this just hodgepodge of different people. Especially after, like, all the themes of, like, division and politics and stuff throughout the game. It's cool to see everyone together here.